All right, what is happening, folks? It is time for the Forge. For all zero of you all watching right now, welcome. This is Jimmy G. We got Billy the Kid, and let's say hello to everybody that's going on. So, Billy, why don't you say hello to the folks and just introduce our special guest?
All right. Well, real quick, there are people here. First off, Candace was
I
saying
know.
hello before the countdown ended. We got John Doe as well. But our guest tonight is my favorite diorama builder out there, which says a lot because I built dioramas, damn it. TF Ark Legends. This guy has come from out of nowhere and just blew the entire community's mind with his skills and abilities. And this is his second time, I believe, on our show. And it's just great to have you here. Great
Almost
to
to
have
the
you
year.
back. Almost to the
Really?
year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That
All
is
right.
amazing. Well, thank you for joining us. Really great to have you back. I can see your beautiful displays in the background, which is awesome. How have things been going for you? What's going on with your channel? What's going on with the dioramas? And just give us a rundown.
Let's see. So still making dioramas, adding to the collections, and my collection has grown from Transformers and bled over to, GoBots and G.I. Joe, Vintage and Classified, Masters of the Universe. And so it's kind of gone from, I don't know if it stemmed from just like waiting for new age releases that I get bored, start shopping around and see other things. Just like,
Yeah,
oh,
man.
there's a good looking Manny Faces. I grabbed that for $7. And next thing you know, it's just like popping the lid off of something and then it's over. My first TF Con was in Chicago.
Nice.
So that was an experience.
Hell yeah.
And other than that, just kind of having fun, trying to have fun on the channel and keep learning how to do whatever it is I do and get better at it and talk to people, make friends, and help the community with, just being social, meet people, say hi. There's a lot of people out there that would like more friends in the community. A lot
Yeah.
of us have to turn around and talk to the corner of their bedroom, about stuff that's on their mind. It's like, it's fantastic whenever you've got somebody that's in the know of, the things that you're into.
Absolutely. I love that. I actually think it's a great way of putting it, like to be a friend to people. Like that's awesome. Real
Mhm.
quick, Big Easy's in. He's saying hello. Big
What up,
Easy's
Big
a
Easy?
regular. So we got to go with that what up there. Now you said you're doing more stuff with like G.I. Joe classifieds and all that. Thanks to Jimmy G telling me I need to get this damn Sentinel figure, have fallen into a Marvel Legends hole. So if I
Oh,
need to
no.
bother you for scaling questions when building my Marvel Legends diorama, are you cool with me hitting you up and bothering you for how?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, that's the hard thing is you start out with a certain line and then all of a sudden everything starts dragging you in different directions because certain releases come out this time and then this comes out here, and it's
Yeah.
just if you're very ADD collector like I am, you're like, oh, I've got to have it, right?
Yeah.
So, and the bad part is like I was talking with I had a guy come into our work, and it was the film animator, the animation director of He-Man and Brave Star, Robert Lamb, and he goes, "Do you collect the He-Man figures?" I said, "Not yet, but there's two lines I haven't gotten into: He-Man and GI Joe, because I know if I do, it's just
It's over.
over." And with the new He-Man movie coming out, oh my gosh, so it is going to
Oh,
be
yeah.
nuts on that.
I can't
But
wait for that, honestly.
it
That and
looks
Mortal Kombat,
great.
I'm sold.
And
I'm
yes,
ready.
Mortal Kombat looks great too as well. I mean, it's all this summer is just going to be awesome from
Yeah.
a movie standpoint on that.
Yeah.
So we do have some news, and then we're gonna get into talking about some of your diorama. I've got one of your videos to show of your like little like splash reel, which of the cool stuff. I don't splash. I don't know what I'm saying. But let's get into some news here really quickly. So let's see here as everything moves a little bit slower than normal. But something we do want to let you know that we're really, really excited about, and that is Greg Berger is going to be on our show next Sunday. So we're going to put up a post in the community page of the Forge that says start asking your questions now. But we want to just make sure that we promote this, and that Greg also want to promote where he's going to be at in the different conventions, because the convention scene is going to be big. One of the places he's going to be is in October, TFCon Orlando. So really, really looking forward to that there. So Billy is like the guru at getting these people in. I don't know what he's doing, if he's giving him sexual favors or what. I don't know. But
I treat people with respect, and I get respect back. That's it.
There
man.
you go.
You treat people the way you want to be treated.
So
he's
no
very
favors.
ladylike.
No favors. All right. So and then, of course, we got a bunch of places we get our news from. This is just a few. And then if you do purchase anything, we have our reviewer codes, BTK and Jimmy G, that you can use. That helps us as reviewers to buy more crap to review for you.
And listen, I need a lot of support, because New Age is friggin'
those junkions.
And those sons of bitches.
They look so good.
That is one that they can make 10 different molds of it. They can milk that till the cows come home, and they can also say, they can also. I have no idea what's going on there. All right, so cool. But that's all right. I'll take care of it. There we go. Gone are they on our? I'm getting really good at the blocking of people on our channel. Ever since we got this, like the new vertical, we've had some interesting people on that, so it's really good. But yes, and we got some news and products, but we always like to start out with Takara and Hasbro and a few rumors that are out there. We're getting a rumor of these re-releases. Everybody has been going, where is Greenlight? And we're getting a rumor that Greenlight is being re-released. So those that have been holding on and selling them for $250, selling her for $250 to $300, well, that resale value is about to go down on that. Good. So but the problem is if you get Greenlight, then you don't have all the other ones, then you're going to be like, oh man, I got to get all the other ones too as well. So but we're getting these re-released, and there's also rumors of, boom, let's go over here, Exhaust and Bug Bite. We're getting a release of them. We also have these guys, Cyber Shark, Machine Wars, Soundwave, and then we're getting, of course, just a bunch of different things getting ready to come out.
I love you, Jimmy, but that's Machine Wars Starscream.
That's what I meant, Starscream. Sorry, Soundwave is the tank-looking thing.
I just want to say, I hope that we get that, and I hope it's articulated, because that was such a cool design.
Yes, and the toys were bricks. Yes, the toys were bricks. And then, of course, the Studio Series line, we're getting the Evasion Optimus Prime. We're getting another Scourge, Bumblebee, and a TF1 Soundwave. So a lot of news and rumors that have come out. So Hasbro looks like they're a little bit busy in the background. So any thoughts of any of these that have been rumored to be released?
I'm going to let Ark take the start here.
I like we were just talking earlier. I think it's Shockwave, and it's hard to make not look good. And as I mentioned earlier before we started, trying to do a TF1 display or something like that, and I see the Soundwave up here. And I think it was a Shockwave one I saw. I'm just like, I think I'm going to go with the TF1 because that Shockwave looked really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would love for them to continue with a whole TF1 line. I loved that movie. I loved those designs. I just don't like how it was cut short.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys were the same way, but when I sat in the theater and watched it, it's in the background. I'm sitting looking at all the characters in the background, behind D16, just oh, there's Hound, that's Jazz, there's Ironheart and Sideswipe, so
that's verbatim what I was saying to my wife in the theater. I was 6 years old.
That's funny.
Put them out. I'll buy them.
That's it. But yeah, a lot of different ones. I mean, we're getting a Breakaway, Alpha Bravo, Guzzle, a new Prime, Leader Prime, Machine Wars, Starscreams. I don't know why.
I hope that's a Machine Wars Optimus Prime that'll ultimately become a Thunderclash. Because we need that. I would love a Commander class Thunderclash.
Yep, and then we're also getting another rumor, Armada Jetfire as well. Allegedly, he's supposed to be 8 inches tall in robot mode.
All
41
right.
steps to convert. 3 mini cons that combine into the Requiem Blaster. So, which is going to be cool. I hope that it's going to be able to combine with Armada Prime too, as well. So, we'll see.
I'd imagine it would. Since Candace is here in the chat, fun fact: he was voiced by Scott McNeil, who voiced Rat Trap and Beast Wars. So that's a fun little tidbit. And I would love to see it combine. I liked this character. I liked the design, and I liked the way that they combined in Armada. I did.
Oh, yeah. And then we got some official images coming straight from Takara, Japan. Of course, we've got the G2 Minosaur. Basically just a repaint of the Legacy Minosaur. I do love that it's loud. I love the G2 loud colors. I don't know why. They just look freaking amazing. They remind me of like a Miami Vice or Grand Theft Auto Vice City kind of thing, vibe there. So I probably won't be picking him up because he's going to probably be around the $300 mark to get him because he's coming in a gift set.
Hi, Kitty.
Yeah, she wanted to show you her olive.
Ark, what do you think of this set, man?
I'm not a
Magic.
big I don't collect Hasbro stuff. I think, like Jimmy said, I mean, the loud colors, if that's your thing, I mean, it screams early 90s to me. It's like,
Yep.
you know, those are the colors I was wearing on my LA gears and stuff. But I mean, it looks cool. People out there, you know,
Yeah.
like the G2 stuff.
I
for
love
them.
the wonky G2 stuff, but I won't be spending a dime on this.
I'd love for, I mean, this is an easy thing for Magic Square to recolor if they wanted to for their Minosaur. And then, of course, New Age, whenever, God forbid, or whenever, I don't know, they release their Minosaur, they're, of course, probably going to have these different colors too as well.
Oh, we're definitely getting a G2 swap of Minosaur whenever New Age.
New Age,
does this.
they milk that baby.
Hey.
They get it going. There he is again. There she is. And then I love this.
Do we have a soundboard? Can we have a soundboard? Like whatever the cat jumps in, like we can use like a sound like.
That's funny. That is funny. And then we got MPG 23 Secret Agent RC. So based off the concept design. So I think she looks sexy. I like it. I just like RC as a character.
What do you think, brother?
I think it looks good. It's not my color scheme that I would go with. But
I'm sure we'll get the G1 color scheme, of course.
Yeah.
But it's weird that they decided to go with this one before.
No, they gave us Gen 1 RC. We have a Masterpiece RC.
Do we?
Absolutely.
I don't remember it.
This, MPRC was released like close somewhere in the last 10 years.
Well, I slept since then.
And it was a whole thing because her chest is designed as if she's like sagging, like she's had like 4 or 5 kids. So everybody was upset. What's going on? Hello there. Thanks for joining us. So there was a whole thing about how bad her chest was, and that's where the uproar came out. So a lot of people went with the MMC Azalea over the Takara Tomy RC in their Masterpiece lines.
Well,
its
maybe
colors are beautiful. They did not fix it.
Yeah,
she still sags.
Well, this will make Beast Wars fans happy. If you don't have these already, they do have the gift set of the Beast Wars figures, starting with the Predacons, and you get, of course, these beautiful babies.
Love it.
Right here. I am picking this set up for one reason and one reason only. I think this is a great set to have to collect the autographs of the voice actors.
Yeah, that's a great idea. John Doe says they should have made that RC a headmaster, and yeah, I agree. That would have been awesome.
That sounds dirty, John. But yes.
Jesus Christ. This is great. This set is awesome.
We are getting a maximal set too as well.
I love that their cartoon colors are accurate. I like that we have a new face sculpt for Megatron. I already own all these figures. Like I'm a huge Beast Wars nerd. Like I love Beast Wars. I don't know if I want to go out and buy them all again just for shinier paint schemes, but your idea of using them as an autograph kit Man, that's genius.
Yeah, I would love. I don't know. Hopefully, they'll show off the box because it'd be cool if it had like the Velcro, like lid that you can kind of pull up and have and see them kind of in there. Knowing Hasbro, no, but
No, it's going to be a cardboard box with those paper twisty tie things, and it's going to be a nightmare. Are you a Beast Wars guy?
I love Beast Wars.
Oh yes,
I
you know who
love
else?
coming home after
Weekly
working third
spot.
shift.
Yeah,
And
you know
turning on
who
the
else loves
tube,
Beast Wars?
seeing that Beast Wars, and then I would see Transformers coming. I was like, what is this? Because it's probably the first time I'd seen anything Transformers related since the original series ended.
Yep.
And then gave it a shot, and it was just like, as soon as they tied it in with like the Starscream where he possesses
Yeah, possessed Wasp,
Waspinator.
but yeah.
Yeah, I was hooked. I was just like, Ark, now I'm gonna just keep on watching,
Absolutely. Absolutely. We turned E-Man. I don't know if you're friends with E-Man's World of Geek.
I know
E-Man was not a Beast Wars guy, and we forced him to watch every episode in like a month and a half's time so we could have like a roast of him. And he's now a Beast Wars fan. He's actually enjoying the Beast Wars saga.
I think for most people, it's just kind of getting past those, like the dated animation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which, to me, it's fun to watch, but like if you can get past that for a while and let it, your eyeballs get used to it, and you can, follow the story. Like it's a great story, great show.
Yeah, the story and the voice acting alone, I feel makes it totally watchable. And if you're friends with Primal Parodies, Candace hand draws all those characters and somehow makes it like just so realistic. It's not even funny. So anyway.
Absolutely. Well, we're gonna move away from Transformers really quickly on the Takara line to Robotech, the new generation. What's up, Big M? Takara Tomi's Robotech, the new generation Alpha Fighter that's coming out here, which I'll show you. Boom. Looks really cool. And I'm just going to fly through some of these pictures. If you're a big Macross or AKA Robotech fan, then this might be a pickup for you. I'm just so glad that they're doing it. You get the little figure, the cockpit opens. There it is in its Battleoid mode.
Jimmy, this is a Transformer show. Why are you doing this to me? Because now I'm going to want to buy this. Like, come on, man.
Doesn't it look great? It's a Takara product. Yeah. It looks so good. And then this is TF Ark's little diorama that I have to make for us because that'll be really, really cool to do right there too as well. But
fun fact about me, I can't touch cotton, like cotton balls. I physically can't do it. I have like this thing where like if I touch them, I can feel it run through my body, like through my ears. It's
like the scratching a chalkboard kind of thing.
I can do that. But where some people get that, where it's just like it goes through them and literally like freezes them. I can't touch cotton balls. So when I looked at that diorama picture and I see the cotton ball stretched up for that smoke effect, oh, good God. No way. No way. But this is beautiful. Like the plastic looks great. The paint looks great. There's no waffling. It is a really nicely designed figure. Dragon Imus, what's up?
Yeah, this looks so good. Are you a big Macross or Robotech fan there, TF Ark?
Nah, I never got into this stuff.
It's so good.
No, it's especially this one is very good, and growing up, whenever we did grow up, it was definitely something I would always run across.
Yeah.
But
the hard part about Robotech when the American release and stuff, or even with Macross, is it was released as episodic. Like you had to watch them in order, and because if you missed an episode, you may have missed what's gone on. Unlike they had standalone episodes for Transformers and things, this was a continued story. And so if your parents grounded you from TV for a couple weeks, you were screwed because you lost out on that. So, but thank God we live in the day of streaming. So that is awesome. So that's all for Takara. We're going to go to kind of what we were talking about a little bit early. So let's go to New Age and let's take a look at these babies right there. This is from Mag Motion.
Trigger Happy said TF Ark Legends can make that diorama. I agree, but he can probably do it better.
Hey, that's my boy Vash. You got to get him on.
Yeah. So Trigger Happy, reach out to either me or Jimmy. We would love to get you on the show because let's do it. Half dragon, half Optimus Dragonimus. Oh, I love that. Yes, I get it. I was like, hold on, am I about to get trolled here? I love it. Look at this set. Oh, now, Ark, I know you're a new age guy, right? You're part of my breed. What do you think, bro?
I love them. When I saw the Rekgar, I thought the Rekgar was perfect, and then I guess they redesigned the face sculpt for Rekgar to make him more, I guess, animation friendly. And I didn't have a problem. I didn't think anything about the original face sculpt, but then I saw the redesign. I was like, that is way better. And then I saw these guys. I'm just like, man, what fun is that going to be putting, your bots on the motorcycles?
Yeah, absolutely. You're buying 2 of each of these. Right?
Oh yeah,
like you have to.
And then now it changes like my whole my plans for dioramas. I was like, I'll get Rekgar, I'll stick them with my
Planet of
guys on Cybertron or something. Now I got to do like a Junkion thing. It's like,
Bro, no lie, I spent an hour today sitting at my shelf. Like I have a case of all my dioramas, and I'm trying to see which one I'm removing to build my Planet of Junk for these. Yeah. Like, it's insane. The only thing is, I'm a little upset. Go back to the first picture, Jimmy. They left out that one Junkion with the tire in the middle of it.
I'm sure he's coming.
That's like, I'd love to get that last body type.
I'm sure he'll be there.
4 of the 5.
Yep.
So,
yeah,
but anyway.
It's great. It's great. When I saw this, I heard the sound of a lot of MFT Rekgars going on eBay. So everyone's ridding themselves of their MFT Rekgar because New Age has come out and said, hey, we're going to do it better.
That MFT Rekgar is a fun figure. I don't think I'm going to get rid of mine. Like, I like that figure. I have a lot of fun with that figure.
Well, to each their own. So let's go.
Wow.
And then to the other Legends scaled company. And so we got some more shots of beautiful Lightspeed on there. And so there's the leg mode, there is the bot mode, and then there is the alt mode. Boy, if you look at that picture right there, the one where he's in that dynamic pose, you can see this is going to be a panely baby. You're going to curse the heavens when you kind of transform this one.
Oh, it's going to make Bruticus look easy. Like, I know it. I can already feel that, like, the Bruticus, I'll be able to go back to that. It
looks beautiful.
No, it does. It's gorgeous. I paid for this. It's not even like, they haven't even collected payment from us, but I logged in and, like, the cash value was there. So I just paid it. I was like, done. Buying it. No questions asked.
And, so will this replace your Craftsman toys?
100%. Craftsman toys, I'm probably going to be like, get me to 5,000 and I'll give this for free to somebody. Like done. Craftsman toys is out. We talked
about me.
Not you.
Not me. I mean, I'm going to get this, but it won't replace my Craftsman. I love that thing. That as a combining toy, that thing is solid.
It's the bee's knees. As a combining figure, it does everything it needs to do. It is solid as they come. It looks good. It feels good. It's just not ripped off of a cell. And due to that, he's going. I don't remember. Did they have a female Junkion? I don't remember female Junkions.
Oh.
I don't either. Anyone in the chat? No.
Every once in a while, somebody jumps in the chat with like Gen 1 history, like of
ruins everything.
That's it. Yeah. This is where you need like a Rodimus Primal in the chat because he would know like off the top of his head.
Yeah, off the top of his head, he'd be like, "Yeah, season 3, episode 5, 13 seconds in, boom, 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 boom." Like there you go. He looks amazing, trigger happy, and I love the all red too. This thing looks great. Trigger happy as well. Yes, there was a female Junkion.
Thank you.
He's the man that would know. He is the man that would know.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Yes.
This looks so good, though. Yeah. So good.
Absolutely. And I got only one more thing to show y'all, and this is from beautiful DX9.
I like them. I
do too, as well. Her
name is Nancy. What the hell kind of Transformers name is Nancy?
Nancy.
That's a junkie on name.
we got
it.
we got another one. Yeah, I think Nancy was the name. Like,
There we go.
big broadcast. I'm gonna watch that tonight. I'm gonna message you guys just because I'm gonna forget.
Big broadcast. Awesome. So this is from Weibo user Suzaku68, and we are getting a blue streak. So there we go. Looks like it's the same. I mean, it's just a repaint of the mold that they used for Prowl on that. So there's the front and the back and the side. I still the holes that are visible in the knee, like the shins.
The shins.
Yeah. That it just detracts from an otherwise pretty design.
So that is why I don't like clear windows on my figures. Like, paint them, like make them painted. I'm fine with that. The clear window thing, especially on Transformers where you're not seeing seats, you're just seeing hands folded up. What the hell's
painted
the
on the back, on the legs?
I can't tell. Can we make that
Bigger?
a little bigger, Jimmy?
That's
It
not
looks
as
like
big as
those
it
are
is.
painted.
Nope, that's not painted. That's got a
You know?
friggin' little dot as well. Like,
Yep.
that's,
Mm.
you know, and
Okay.
it stinks because that body, like, that is, you know, season 1 animated blue streak, like, to the T. Like, I love it, but like those posts being visible, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
What do you think, Ark? I'm sorry, I'm jumping in. I'm aggressive tonight.
I'm with you guys. Like, I mean, like collecting Legends, you kind of accept, you know, panel lines and things like that just because of, you know, the small scale. But like, I mean, this guy's like a prominent portion of their body, you know, having the pegs. Like, and I think I've always felt like if it's a G1 accurate figure, like you should paint the windows.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
and like you're trying to do some like Hot Wheels license, you know, perfect looking Mercedes or something. Like, I don't see why you wouldn't just paint the windows.
Paint the
I agree.
windows. Hashtag.
Especially at masterpiece scale. Like, masterpiece is supposed to be like the say all end all. You know, I don't mind our limitations in the Legends world. Kind of makes it fun. Like, what are they going to do to make this work? What engineering
How
tricks
did
are
they
going to
do
be?
that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But
So-
that's a little bit of all I've got from the news. There's been a lot more stuff, but I want to spend time talking to our special guest and things like that. Now, TF Ark, you did send us a video. Is there anything you want to say before we show it, or anything you want to preface?
No, it's just a montage of. I thought I'd just do like a quick montage of some things that I've done since the last time you guys have seen me, and
So roll
kind of
tape.
like what I do.
Let's go. So cool. Question: did you make the music? Like, because I can see you, like, you probably play an instrument or two. Like, is that your music?
No, it's not my music, and that's a funny question because being a musician and having a gazillion friends that are musicians, like it was always like, why don't you just do your own music for us? Because then I got to go pay for studio time.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. As a former touring musician, I fully get it.
When for only $9 a month, you can get unlicensed, you get royalty-free music as much as you want. So,
I gotcha. Stellar work, man.
yeah,
Absolutely stellar. I love the airbrushed backgrounds. Like they just take you to a whole nother level. You know, you feel like you're looking at a cell from an episode, and it's just incredible work, man. Incredible.
Thank you.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, my favorite of that in that video, of course, was the Omega Supreme. That looked freaking amazing.
Yeah, that one
on that.
That was my first attempt at one that size, and like trying to think of like how I would do it because it's so big. There's nowhere for me to like just keep it out, for a display. So I was like, I can use this for photos and things like that. So I'll kind of make it as like sort of like a puzzle piece. So I've got like that base, and I've got sections cut out so I can take the rocks and just kind of
That's
set
cool.
them in certain corners. I can move them around if I want, but they kind of have like their own place to be. So,
Yeah,
I
no.
love that. I loved you bringing that piece in, and because that just shows the sense of scale right there. Because looking at that video, you can't grasp just how big it is, but that one rock alone being almost the size of like your torso is it's a big piece.
Yeah,
Sorry to
absolutely.
cut you off, Jimmy.
No, I was just going to say, I mean, when you think about it, like most people who display their collection, it's usually everyone's just kind of standing still, plain background and things like that. But this adds life to it. It makes it very dynamic. Having a kind of a diorama or a display just brings a different kind of action to it, and actually makes you kind of really appreciate the engineering of the toy too, as well as the design too, as well. So it just complements it so well. So yeah, kudos and great work on that. And we got some pictures that you have as
Adam
well.
Burnham.
Yes, absolutely. You did a commission for him. So let me bring up our Yield slideshow here so we can kind of take a look at it. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. That's what she said.
Go for it. I'm just pulling up some comments. You've got some people talking about how good your work is.
Yeah.
So I just want to bring it up there.
Well, I appreciate it, everybody, if I don't see them popping up.
Yeah. So if you want to talk us through this,
so I don't know if you guys know Adam Burnham. He's a masterpiece collector.
Yep.
He had hit me up. I think it might have been a referral from Jimmy. But he had hit me up about some backdrops for a shelf that he had, and he had like two shelves where one was like a Bumblebee Optimus from the Bumblebee movie, and a white version of that, and Bumblebee movie versions of Soundwave and Shockwave and a Megatron, and then he had two mask displays that he was wanting backdrops for. So back to his Transformers setups, I'm like, I know my range, and I know that it's like this was actually my second attempt at it. The first time that I went with it, I started doing it similar to this, but the colors and everything, I don't know if I was just going with what I was used to. And what I'm used to is making backdrops for sort of cartoon style, Transformer toys. So when I was looking at it, I just felt something just felt wrong. And I looked back at it, the picture you sent me of his stuff, and I was like, these are movie bots. That's what the problem is I'm doing sort of like a cartoon aesthetic, and it's not working for me because he's got these movie figures that he wants the backdrops for. Now, I don't think I'm real great at trying to get like a super realistic touch with things. So I just kind of leaned into a zone where I felt like I could find an angle that worked, that I know that I can do, that might also fit his shelf, and hopefully he enjoys them. He says, he's told me that he thinks they're great, and they'll be shipping out to him soon. And but yeah.
So this is just showing you what it looks like, and then I love that you put a picture with a bot just to kind of show from a scale standpoint.
That looks so cool.
I think it's a 9-inch figure, so it'll tell you these are 16.5 by 19.5 panels.
Nice.
Roughly. I had to cut them myself, and me and rulers sometimes don't get along. So
darn imperial system on that. So and then we got this.
Yeah, this one would be for his Decepticon
I was gonna
backdrop.
say, like, I could see the Stunticons here, like, doing their thing. Like,
Yeah.
that's
You know,
beautiful.
this
It's a
reminds
little
me.
Thrawn-ish.
Yep.
It reminds me of that, or like the old school like sci-fi novels and the
Mhm.
Yeah.
covers for those old school sci-fi novels.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the movie Gentlemen Broncos? Anyone ever seen? It's so
No.
good. It's by the same people who did Napoleon Dynamite, and it deals with sci-fi novels and stuff like that. But this is kind of what it reminds me of. But it looks really, really good. And then we got I forgot what bot you have. Oh yeah, the
AMT Hot Roddy.
yeah, which one of my favorite bots. I mean, it's a
so good.
freaking gorgeous, yeah, bot. Which I hate that they made a KO of it. That was much better, and it's a lot cheaper too. On that too as well. Anything you want to tell us from like what were some challenges in like just even painting the backdrops or doing any of those things? I know you said translating more to a more realistic movie, but any other challenges you run into?
Yeah, usually I run into issues of because with like space backgrounds, it kind of opens up, just kind of like the unpredictable nature of outer space is that, colors, so it's like you can get just a different barrage of colors
Yeah.
and, from things from outer space or whatever. So it's just kind of deciding on what colors I want to use for it. And, pretty much, I mean, a lot of it's taking time, like trying something on like a spare panel before I actually apply it to what I'm working on. So,
Okay.
so if there's a challenge, it's really kind of time making sure that I make sure what I'm going to do, I'm going to be okay with.
So how much time did this one take you?
I mean, it's hard to say because I work a 9 to 5, and so I'll come home and try and do as much as I can in the evening, but leave myself at a good ending point before I get back to it. So I want to finish a part of it, and then usually try to have it finished on the weekend since I have more free time. But if I was going to do this one right now, like try to replicate this, I could probably do that in 4 hours uninterrupted.
Oh wow,
As long as I've got everything I need.
very cool. Now, do you sketch it out first, or do you just kind of just start going and seeing where the brain takes you?
Once I have an idea of what I want to do, I'll at least like sketch out like horizon lines and try a way I can get like if it's scale for masterpiece figures, I want to try and have like enough room on top and bottom and and the other thing with those is like trying to keep them not being too busy in the background with color and things going on the backdrop that I don't want to take away from like the figures, but I still want like a good backdrop for them.
Look
Yeah,
at
that
that.
just looks
That
great.
background is that is just beautiful. It's
And
beautiful.
that is for a Venom shelf for mask. So
Okay.
I had the image of the Miles Mayhem helicopter Viper, like
Yeah.
coming out of a red mountain desert sort of look. So
No, that'll look absolutely fantastic. So good. Now I have a question for you. Your inspiration for your dioramas and these pieces, like, do you grab those from maybe episodes that stood out to you, or like, are you driving down the highway one day and saying, that'd make a really cool scene for one of my figures? What inspires you when you build these?
depending on what they're for, um, I mean, in my mind, I might see something. I mean, I'll get online and like research, like I'll look up, images from the cartoons or whatever. But and also, I mean, especially with landscape stuff, I mean, I'll look for other artwork sometimes. It'll give me like an idea of like maybe sort of like a starting point to mimic, and I can
Absolutely.
go from there.
Yeah, no,
And
I absolutely, I get that.
then this is Boulder Hill, the headquarters for MASH.
Nice.
So, and if you're familiar with the show, so Adam has a return vent behind his shelf. and
Okay.
what he needed was something that was ventilated so that air could still pass through.
Yep.
So those openings in the little garage section, those are all open.
I love
That's
that.
awesome.
A functioning diorama. Like that
Yeah.
is.
So we took a minute trying to figure it out, and then he had messaged me and just like, "What about Boulder Hill?" With the little just picture of the toy, you can see where they have little like vents and stuff kind of cut out, and I was just like, that could be the winner. So it took me a little bit to kind of sketch it out, and then really the pain was kind of figuring out how to do the openings in it,
Yep.
because if I had just done this flat, that's actually like that whole garage section with the 2 laser gun gas pumps. That is another 1/4 inch panel.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
I cut out of the main back panel and then painted and attached the rest of that panel to it to cover to make the vent look for it, because I didn't want to paint over it or paint it on the main panel and then try to cut it out, because sometimes things just go wrong. That's a lot of work to do, and then just to ruin it with a razor. And then, sometimes it would just look funny, so and it
Yeah.
kind of gives it a little bit of a 3D dimension, to it also.
Well, it
And
looks
that is
great.
my precious MP1.
Oh, the original.
Yeah.
Original.
I had to
man.
transform him for that picture, and I was just like, man, it has been a while, buddy. Please hang on.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's evasion mode Optimus right there.
Yeah. So
It looks
just for
so
scale, if you have an MP1, that's how big how big the panel is.
good. That's a big panel, because MP1 was a big figure.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. But that's really, really cool. Now, I'm assuming, of course, Adam probably did he pay you? Yes, he did. Yes.
Adam's
Just kidding.
Adam's a straight up class guy. Like, I'm sure
He
Adam
paid you.
didn't care.
He paid you in spots in the TF Underground games.
Hey, he took
That's
care
it.
of me. He took care of me.
That's it. He goes,
That's
"Hey,
it.
I'll give you 3 free spots in my next game." So
oh man, I could have asked.
that's it. There you go. There you go.
But
But
the good spots,
the good spots.
Yep,
That's
the
it.
good spots.
That's it. But I love the Boulder Hill one because I still want that toy. That toy was so freaking cool.
Yeah,
It's just with the and finding one complete it'll cost you a pretty penny on that.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
yeah, on that. But Billy, what questions you got?
Well, so I just asked a question in regards to his inspiration for making these dioramas. Now, let me see if I have any others. Like, because that was the one that really stood out to me, like in regards to questions. Because
I got one. So
Yeah.
from you said it's been a year since you've been on our show. So from a year ago to now, how has your style evolved?
my style, I guess. I mean,
Or what have you learned, and whatever it may be, too.
how have you grown? How's that?
Hey, there you go.
I mean, I'm better with, the tool, and it's kind of all about finding, the things that work with you. What are you laughing about, little Jimmy?
Billy, like, just when you said the tool, he kind of lifted his eyebrows.
I had to.
Right.
I had to.
So, just getting better with that, and and it's just kind of finding the things that I'm comfortable with and finding better ways of doing something, because I'm one of those people, I'll do something a certain way and it might be the most pain in the ass way of doing it, but I haven't come across another way of doing it. And then so that's kind of been like a learning curve, is like, make sure I get back into my schools that I go to on YouTube. I've got a couple airbrush master channels that I like, where these guys will paint Jimmy sitting in his chair right now, and you will think that you're looking at Jimmy and not an airbrush painting.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And like these guys, like, minimum use of shielding, which is like, it's like if you're trying to get a straight line, you can hold up a piece of paper and just, brush a straight line in there. These guys do that stuff with this, just on a whim, and it's just
Sleight
like
of
amazing
hand.
talent to see. Yeah, so I'm just like, I get like that inspiration and fire, and it's like, that's what I want to do. I want to go do that. Then I get on there and just like, why isn't it working?
So I have a
Yeah.
question. In your video, you were staining. in all those cracks, right? I always dry brushed all my cracks. All my details are always dry
Hmm.
brushed. I'm sure you went through dry brushing as well. How do you like working with the stains? Like, how does that, like, did you find that easier? Did you find that to have a really
Um,
big learning curve? Like,
it's part of kind of like my process. If I'm doing just a generic, but just like a diorama like I normally do with like, mountains or rocks or something like that. Like I have a process of, once all my sculpt's ready to go, I coat it, Mod Podge, get it ready for paint. And then I'll
yep,
lay down a primer coat, dark or white, depending on how I want the colors to be darker or lighter. And then once that's done, then I do the wash. So, and let that stain, and that gets into like all those little cracks and stuff, especially the tiny ones that, will just kind of go unnoticed. But like just those little details with that wash settling in there and kind of making those pits, be add to like that rock look or feature, and then
yep.
coming back with a dry brush afterwards. And so,
Nice. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, ooh, I need to try that. Like, you look at your video, I was like, oh, the
yeah.
brain starts going. Because I've
Yeah.
I've never considered doing a wash,
Yeah.
Yeah, I am definitely try it. I mean, it's been when I first did one, I was like, I wish I had done this from the start.
Okay.
Because it's like instantly, you already have it painted, whatever, the color is you want to go with, and then throwing that wash on there, letting it settle. Once it's dries, you come back and look at it and just like, wow, that looks like a real rock, and then you go back in there with your dry brush and, hit your corners and stuff like that and just add a little extra to it. But
Now
Yeah.
that would
Now,
Deluxe,
sorry.
that would be a guy I'd like to see his, if he had a diorama, because you know how many bots he has.
yeah.
He has,
You can make his house a diorama.
that's it. Like his walls should be painted, and it's just like here, come to this room. This is now the Cybertron room, or whatever
Yeah.
it is.
You know what you should do? You should build him a diorama. I love Deluxe. Deluxe is one of my favorite people in the world. And I'm going to
He's a
say
fun
that.
guy.
And, I fell in love with his channel in the beginning when he had that little fireplace in the background. I
Oh
brought
yeah,
that up
oh
to him.
yeah.
You should make him a
My
diorama and
my
sneak
favorite
that damn
episode
fireplace in the background somewhere as a little
my
like
favorite
Easter egg.
episode with Deluxe is, I think, his AC went out, and he lives down in Arkansas, I believe, somewhere in the South.
Yeah.
And so he shot a video from a hotel room with like the new age reflector. And so there's Deluxe in a hotel room on a bed with little reflectors
Yep.
in the middle of the night,
Nice little
taking
robe.
pictures. Dirty Deluxe.
Deluxe has a way
Deluxe after
of
dark.
every time you watch his videos, he has a way of making you feel good. He's bringing the
Yes.
fireplace back. That's what I want to
Yes.
hear, bro.
That's
That's what I want
awesome.
to hear.
Yes,
I want that, and I
absolutely.
want some sensual saxophone in the background, brother. You know,
And a bubble
uh,
pipe.
I had a damn question, and I got thrown off by
Is it about the
Deluxe.
stain in your crack?
No, oh, actually, yes, it was. So,
My
when
use of
you're
tool.
when you're doing these dioramas, right, because we're diorama speaking, do you like to do, like, let's say you're about to do your vegetation, right? You're going to throw in some shrubbery, some bushes, whatever it may be. Do you go in with a little bit of like green or a tan, or just a different color to start as like that background uh coloring for your vegetation to make it like pop a little more? Or do you just kind of place your vegetation static, shock it, and let it go?
Um, Depending on what it is. So if it's like a desert scene, I like having some sort of shrubbery of a sort. So I usually won't, just because I mean a lot of deserts are, kind of sage brown or whatever vegetation, so you can just throw it on there. But if I'm
Yep.
doing grass, like a green grass, I'll probably try to go either with a brown, like a darker brown, and then but I've also, and this is something like I haven't gotten to the point of doing yet. So I might try maybe a darker green if I'm working like doing like a forest,
Yep.
sort of setup, and then, lay the flock on there.
Awesome. One other question, and again, it's all about building because you know, I've got my tricks, you've got your tricks, and I just like picking people's brains. I loved you using I guess I'm just gonna say like a spackle compound for the water, right? Like you have your water going on and you have some sort of a pasty spackle compound going. Um, I generally sculpt and then fill with epoxy. Have I'm sure you've worked both ways. How did you find working with the spackle? Like, did you find it to be an easier route to get the textures you were looking for, or what?
Ye-
Yes, Dick Tracy. Sorry. What was that water work? I guess what's the water work like for you? Like, what did you prefer?
Um, I am in love with using caulk.
Okay,
So,
that's it.
and
Call.
that was,
Yep.
yeah, that's caulk. And because it was like, as soon as I laid it out, and I just took a spoon, just kind of dip it in the water, so not so it'll won't stick as much,
Yep.
to it, and just kind of get my waves in there, and let it dry for 48 hours, and then came back and hit it. And uh, I've used sort of like I've tried the epoxy before, and it was a messy experience, and also keeping the chemical compound laying around. I was like, hey, it's not a good idea if I'll forget something and then something bad will happen.
Got it.
And but those are hard. That's hard to use because to be able to texture it, you have to let it settle to the point where you can actually start moving, because it'll just
Yeah, you,
go back. It's like water. So once it
absolutely.
hardens up, then you got to kind of move it around. So then it's just like it's easier with the caulk, because I can just go ahead and get it shaped out however, until I'm happy with how it looks, and then just let it sit and dry, and then come back and paint it.
Okay, so I love that. I think that's great because you're
And
right.
that epoxy stuff, I mean, that's great for, like, I would use that more for still water. So if I'm doing like a pond or
Yep.
something like that, especially since they make it clear, you can do the little details in the bottom of a creek or something like that, and be able to see that too. So
I Yeah, I can totally understand that reasoning and view. Um, I have a question though. Caulk, like with caulk, at least where I'm at, it has a tendency of cracking, like once it's dried. How do you, I guess, adjust, or do you like I'm in a beach town, so we have super high humidity, and caulk always seems to crack when I'm working with it. How do
hmm.
you evade that? How do you get past that cracking? And let's say it does crack, do you come in and like fill in and clean it up? Like,
I have not had that experience.
okay, then I might have
So
to ask you what brand of caulk you use.
well,
You
remind me
know,
after the show. I'll show you the
sounds
cube.
sounds good.
But so
Yes,
fingers
Jimmy,
crossed now, Billy and I are sitting there freaking out, having to check this thing out every once in a while.
we're gonna be talking about caulk all night, Jimmy.
Skills with my tool, what kind of caulk I'm using.
It's all about the caulk tonight. Jimmy can't keep a straight face. Uh,
Yeah.
I broke him. I broke
Good
him.
thing your wife's not home, huh, Jimmy? Like, what are they talking about in there?
She's watching from Cancun. She's following divorce papers now. Um, so another question: when you build for your own collection, because I know you do commissions, and I know you do for you. Do you generally try to build for like a scene? So, like I see you have a Devastator team, like build back there. Like
Hmm.
you're not one of those guys that wants like everything all on one shelf, or do you like? Would you rather do separate group dios, or would you like to have like one of everybody?
The way mine has worked out is depending on the space
Yep.
and what characters I've got. Okay, so like I have my TV stand display where I've got uh, the Ark members and Decepticons of season one, is sort of like an Ultimate Doom homage, right? But
Yep.
then working on this Decepticon shelf. I mean, I've had before, originally had my Bruticus, Devastator, and Menasor like on one shelf, and it looked awesome having three of them. And it being Legends, you can get away with having more stuff in there, but I also don't
Yeah.
want it to get too busy and crowded.
Yep.
But then looking at my shelf, I was like, I'm gonna run out of stuff because there's way more Autobots than there were Decepticons.
Yeah.
So I could sit there and like trying to get a little more creative, but then that means having to pull stuff out of a display that I pretty much am already happy with, the figures that I keep in it. So I decided I'm going to just do like a Devastator sort of display, and like that shelf that I've got and I showed in that video, that's my New Age Devastator with the G1 alt modes in there, just
Nice.
kind of there's
So
that's the Constructicons, and I'm gonna do the same with Bruticus and Menasor. I kind of cannot wait to do the Stunticons ones because I gotta go buy a bunch of old Hot Wheels from a flea market and start sanding them down.
Yes.
yeah, man, that's awesome. So those are the Gen 1 Constructicons in vehicle mode, along with New Age.
Yeah, and it's funny how almost close in size they are. With
Yeah,
alt mode.
that's awesome. I love that. I love that Devastator shelf. I think that is just a standout shelf. That is so good. I love it. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. Cool.
So
Are you?
it just kind of plays out the what I've got that needs a place to go. I've got a Cybertron shelf that's kind of turning into sort of boys with no home. There's a home for them.
So my Cybertron shelf that I built a Cybertron like diorama, large scale, and that just became, as you put it, there's so few Decepticons in comparison to how many Autobots we have, right? So for me, it was easier to make a large, like 3-foot wide Cybertron diorama and throw HasLab Unicron in the center as like my separator of bots. And then I was able to do levels where, some bots are on the bottom, some are in the middle. And then like the movie bots that can all like hover around Unicron, they're all flying up in the air on stands. So
one of the other things I saw was like collecting New Age, since they do so many variants, their figures, which help because once I finish this, then I get to finally start, the rest of my Autobot, dioramas, and I have already got like a cave for like my Toon Dinobots, but now like my Toy Deco Dinobots, I can have like their own dedicated like whole, shelf for those, and that's probably going to be the first one I do. It's like I've already got it like in my head of what it's going to look like, or at least what I'm going to shoot for.
Yeah, that's the best when you get that
with no
vision.
Volcanicus.
I'm not a Volcanicus guy. Absolutely no combining on the Dinobots over here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. Once you get that vision in your head, that inspiration to start up a new diorama, there's nothing quite like that rush of I'm going to make this happen and it's going to look so good. Now, are you using these for any other like things other than like display? Like you were doing a little bit of animation for a little bit, right?
Yeah, I've kind of put it on the back burner just because the amount of time that it takes to do this stuff. And I mean, I would love to like get to a point where I can, start pulling these things out and setting them up for doing some more stop motion stuff and get back to getting, decent at doing stop motion and working on that because it's just super fun. But it takes so much time. If I'm doing that, then I can't be working on a shelf that is going to bother me because it's not done. So I'm just kind of prioritizing, what I'm doing. Just like right now, I just want to work on my shelves. If somebody hits me up for a panel or something, it's like I'll throw that in there and work on that. But right now, I just kind of want to get a place for, all my guys to go. And I got to do a GoBot shelf. I got to do a, GI Joe shelf. I'm got plans for Masters of the Universe stuff because I've been getting that new Eternia line and some of those things and like the vintage stuff. I just got this guy, and it was
Nice.
Man.
Snake Mountain. I can write a book about the things you know nothing about.
Feel the wrath of my bean burrito.
It's just like all this stuff, and it's and just I don't know, opening up to other things like GI Joe, and just like just more ideas, Rock Lords. So just like it'll be cool.
Absolutely, you should make where the hell was that? Oh, G.I. Joe, the movie where all of Serpentor's people, Globulus, and those people lived. Cobra La. You should make a
Yeah,
Cobra La set.
I'm not doing Cobra Law. I'm not doing Cobra Law. I'm pretty good at like giving myself a cut line. I mean, I failed with Transformers, but I still have a line that I stop with Transformers.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
I
I
made the
think
mistake of being this season 1. Well, I love Smokescreen, so I'll get him. Well, you know what? I'll just go ahead and do season 1 and season 2. Then they put out like Ultra Magnus or something. So I guess I'll do the movie, and just like screw it, just get them all, just get them all. But like GI
Well,
Joe is pretty easy. Like I was
yeah.
never into like the Cobra Law stuff, so I was just like that movie. I don't know why some people love that movie, but I'm just like I cannot get through it.
I just like that Serpentor is this like amalgamation of all the worst people in the world.
Yeah,
Like, that's all. Like I
Yeah.
like Serpentor, and the fact that Burgess Meredith voiced Globulus.
yeah.
So as a kid, like it's like, oh wait, that's the Penguin. That's the guy from Rocky. That's a great guy.
Eat lightning and
Yeah.
crap thunder.
Yeah, I'm doing this for Slaughter. I'm watching this for Slaughter.
That's it. There we
Itty
go.
bitty ditty bag. Yeah, Sergeant Slaughter.
I think one thing that might be cool too, because I know Robot Toys is making Legend scale Beast Wars figures.
Yeah, I'm on those too.
So, have you thought about making a Beast Wars diorama using those Robot Toys figures?
Yes, I have. It's on my long docket.
Nice,
I'll do
nice. So, what would be the
Maximal
what is the scene going to be like? What would be the?
I would like to just do a Maximal shelf with the Axelon in the background.
Nice.
Yep.
And then I don't like having like enclosed spaces sort of backgrounds. Like Toy Hacks has like those like Decepticon, where they're just inside whatever. Like I don't like those. So if I can get like some outside like look, and so I'd probably do like that kind of volcanic area that the Predacons are in, something like that. Because I like doing lava. Lava's fun to do. So.
Lava's a blast,
and it looks good when you pull it off.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. My Predacon, my Legends Predacons are in a whole lava build. Like their diorama is the lava pit, and it's flowing in between spots. Yeah, there's nothing like it.
I've spent time kind of mapping out where I want it to go with my displays and what I'll be able to, do for the figures that I collect in these different lines. And once these are done, my final line of toys that I'll do stuff for will be Dino Riders. So
hell yeah, man! You're speaking my language right there.
Yeah, I like vintage ones too, and it's hard to find them, man. It's hard to find them, like even just in pieces or whatever. They cost a penny, so it'll be a slow grind, but it'll be worth it.
My best friend Nick owns a comic shop that resells figures. Nobody brings Dino Riders in, because I'm always telling him, like, bro, when the Dino Riders come in, don't even put them in the shop. Just call me, tell me, and let's go. And literally all he has is a box, an empty box for the T-Rex. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
So like what I'm hoping, I don't know your dinosaur love level, but Jurassic World Rebirth, Walmart exclusive lab lockdown Tyrannosaurus Rex is a damn near 1-to-1 recreation of, well, not 1-to-1, but it is a total recreation of the Dino Riders T-Rex. It's the same color scheme.
Awesome.
It's the same build, almost the same pose. Granted, it doesn't have the mechanical features, but if there was somebody out there that could 3D print me a kit, like it would be that definitive Dino Riders T-Rex. Now it's not the green and yellow, but it's what the figure was released as, with that brownish scheme. I bought that. It's one of the few dinosaur toys I still keep out on display, but it brings me right back to
man.
That's a great figure.
Great figure. I couldn't get past like the Dino Rider stuff. I was like, I gotta do the Dino Rider. There's a guy on Instagram, I think it's called like Dino Riders World or something like that, and he's got like a display collection that is out of this world. Like I almost like remove him
That's the one that
Just
has the
because I can't see, I
cases.
see it. I'm just like, God, man.
He's got the cases with like everything, right? Like the
Yes.
Brachiosauruses, the
Yes.
Brontosaurus, the Diplodocus.
Diplodocus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that guy's collection is on another planet. Like he has even the Ice Age
Hmm.
stuff. Like Dino Riders was my thing back in the
Yeah.
day. So
And it's
talking
so
this,
hard to find this stuff, man. It's kind of, to me, I'm just like, this is not fair. Like, I
yeah.
should get a crew together, talk to Billy. We can find out where this guy's at.
Bro, let's go. Let's go. I, I've got a set of skills. Real quick, since we're drifting off, Primal Parodies Candace over here states, I admire people who make dioramas. It's very creative. I don't have the space or time to do that, but I have plenty of space and different terrain outside of my outdoor toy photography. Now, I don't know how
Mhm.
well you know Candace. As an artist, she is on another level.
Yeah,
So
no, I've seen her stuff. It's wonderful.
that's a huge compliment coming from her. That's why I brought that up. And then Angel
Oh,
Kings. Um, so my dioramas are in my shorts. If you go to my shorts, you'll see my dioramas with my figures. They are
Oh,
nothing of the level of TF
YouTube Shorts.
Ark.
Okay.
Yeah, my YouTube shorts. They're nothing of TF Ark Legends quality of work. Like it's just I don't have the time to commit like that. Uh, but they do enough to make my figures stand better than on an empty glass shelf.
mhm.
So what's up, Jimmy? You want to say something? I could
No,
see it.
no, my brain is already just like whoop, it's gone.
That's all
It
right.
is.
Yeah.
We
No, I mean, it
usually
gives
wrap.
your figures like it's like, I don't know. I mean, it's, especially with Transformers, I've said it before, it's like, we've never gotten play sets for this stuff. So, like,
Yep.
being able to do that and have, different scale options to display them in, and it's not hard to do this stuff if you just take the time to actually learn a few tricks, and to me, it's like the most satisfying, because I've got another shelf where I've got, toys that have nowhere to go, and it's just like, it's
Yep.
so sad they're just sitting there on the shelf waiting for their home to be built.
Yeah.
So,
So my son takes anytime I make a new diorama, my son's like, Dad, I'm taking this one from you. Like he'll whatever I replace, it doesn't get like put into a spot for safekeeping for when I want to maybe take it out again. They automatically become my son's, and then he just turns them into a whole nother world.
that's
Like,
wonderful. That's awesome.
like one of my Transformers dioramas has become his X-Men diorama. So it's almost like a Savage Land. And his mind goes in and he adds different details that I never would have thought of adding. And it's just so cool to see it like
Yeah.
inspire and stuff like that. And yeah, dioramas are absolute great fun to mess with. They're so like there is a sense of satisfaction when you're building them. My wife will be like, I don't know how you can sit there and just fiddle with like that foam
Yeah.
for hours, but it's
Dude,
just
once you hit like those benchmarks, it's just like, all right, now it's time ready for paint. You kind of
yeah.
start seeing it come, together. And then when you finally get to put it on a shelf and start to put those figures up that you've only imagined,
Yep.
what they're going to look like. And it's great too when you think of like other things you can do with that display. Like I pull these out. I like doing toy photography,
Yep.
so I pull them out and set them out and set up some lights. And, when I get, new figures, snap some pics and they look great, having, an original background behind them.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. I love that way of thinking, and it's just really nice to hear someone else doing
Yeah.
that. So, which is great. And
Yep.
yeah, uh,
Absolutely. That's about it. I think
yeah.
that we've got.
I'm
So,
running out of questions and
yeah,
topics. You know.
that's it. Yeah, we could talk about caulk and tools and all that stuff later on.
Caulk, Jimmy, caulk. I
What?
see
Oh,
you blushing.
Oh yeah. So,
can I
what
give you
color?
guys my new age wish list real quick?
Oh,
Yes.
hell yeah, you can.
All right. Any combiner, first off. uh a Blitzwing or Astro Train, because I know when Six Shot came out, people were like, "Oh, now we can see what they do." So it's like, unless you do Blitzwing or Astro Train, you don't know what a company can do with their triple changers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, like a G1 inspired Rack and Ruin. I know nothing about the character, but I love that he's got two heads. A
Yep.
G1 inspired Knockout and Whirl.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
would
my
love a
wish list.
whirl. A whirl would be awesome. And
Mhm.
nobody's touched whirl at
No,
all Like, that's one of those figures that it's like you made Skids, who really serves no purpose at all. He doesn't even look cool. And you won't give us Whirl, So what I grabbed, I forget the toy line, but it's like a one-step spring activated transformation, and it's Whirl. And he's about legend size. I grabbed it for my son, and I said, you know what? I'm taking this one. It was so much fun. And it's, a nice legend size representation of Whirl. I just forget which
Awesome.
figure it was.
Yeah,
But,
people
no.
skip them. So, yeah. Thanks for having me, guys.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. So where can they find you? What's your socials, my friend?
You find me YouTube, TF Ark Legends on YouTube. TF Ark Legends on Instagram. Those are probably where I'm most active. You can also catch me in, I'm on Facebook also, but I'm usually more active in some of the groups. Transformers Third Party Kingdom, Legend Skill Collectors with Zane Bono.
Zane's the man.
The New Age group.
Oops.
Yeah. So
sorry.
You can usually find me pitch around, any of the Transformer sites. So.
Hi, Emma.
Absolutely. So that's about, thank you everyone in the chat who has been NY Hunter. My kids are terrible tonight. Yeah, you'll have to catch
Just
up with
beat
the
them, New York. Just beat
that's
them.
That's it. But yes, definitely tune in next week, because we do, again, Greg Berger is going to be on with us. It's going to be fun. Have some questions ready. We're going to have a blast with them on that. And but yeah, we got some really, really great guests coming after that. Raz, I mean,
we have Raz coming up. We've got John Moshida as one of our guests coming up.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So
and then there is someone here really quick. Your buddy, where'd he go? Trigger Happy, right?
Yeah.
Is your friend Trigger Happy? I need you to reach out to me on Facebook, please, and let's set up a date to get you on the show, because I'd really like to. Simple as that.
If he gets done putting all that main line in his trash can.
I would love,
it's like the old school, like Christian burn parties, like when you were in like the old records and stuff. Just burn the main lines.
Burn them. Just burn them. But yeah, we've got a
great guy.
I definitely am going to reiterate what Jimmy said earlier in the show. Please jump on our Forge Facebook page. We have a community page. Please ask your questions for Greg there. I'm not sure if we're going to pull the chat up during the show, just because I'd like the flow to go pretty well. So ask your questions ahead of time, guys.
Yep. Absolutely. But that is it for us tonight. So again, TF Ark Legends, always great, always a pleasure. We'll have you on
more frequently.
Than just,
I didn't realize it's been a year. I feel terrible.
Just be glad you had a second episode with us. No, just kidding.
Do you see who our guests are?
That's it. I got it. But yeah, we're looking forward. Going to be a great back half of the year here for the Forge. So Billy, why don't you say goodbye to everyone in the chat and say goodbye to everyone.
So everyone in the chat, thank you so much. Thank you for showing the true appreciation for Ark Legends work. It is standout. It is top gear. It's what we love about this hobby. He gave a reason to make it even better. So TF Ark Legends, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being,
you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for being an amazing part of the community. Earlier in the show, you said you like to make sure that there's a friend for everybody in this community too. And that's what this show's about. This show's about bringing the community together. So thank you for sharing the spirit of what we're trying to do as well. It just shows how good of a guy you are. So thank you so much.
Hey, thank you guys.
Absolutely. And we will see you all same bat time, same bat channel. We'll see you.